Hello everybody, my name is Oksana, and today I will continue my lessons on perspective, and we are still talking about one-point perspective. Let's draw a room today in one-point perspective with very specific measurements. Let's start with our horizon line. It could be located on the middle of the page or a little higher, even a little lower. When we choose where our horizon line, we basically choose the height of our observer. Is this person sitting on a chair? Is this person standing? Is this person tall? Then we need a ground layer, basically where this room begins, and also where the feet of the observer. And after that we can show a line of sight. So right here is a point where I can say station point, so my observer is standing right there, and his eyes are on the horizon, and I mark that point with the abbreviation PVP, which is Principal Vanishing Point. Now we need to make a few decisions. How tall is our person, and what is the height of this room? So let's say the room is half size taller than a person. On the horizon it's a full human height, and we will add half of that measurement on top, and this way we will get our ceiling. Let's say if our person is 5.7 feet, divided in a half will be 2.85, added back to 5.7, we will get 8.55. So basically the height of this room is 8.6 feet. It is not a standard measurement, but it's okay, just an exercise. Maybe if we will design a real room, we will actually create measurements when our room will be, let's say, 10 feet. So let's discuss a little bit what we have. We have a person who is standing at the beginning of this room. His feet are on the ground, his eyes are on the horizon, right in a principal vanishing point. And now I don't like the height 5.7 because it's difficult to divide in a half and in a fourth. So let's say this person is 6 feet, because now I can easily measure this distance in inches, so about 3 inches, and I can easily divide it in a half, which is inch and a half. And now I can say that my measurements is that every inch and a half is equals 3 feet. So what we have, our observer, a person, his or her height is our key to the measurements. Now I can measure the room. I can see exactly how many feet I have on the ground. And I already know the number because when I was drawing it, I kind of knew what I was doing. So what we have here, slightly less so. On the right side, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 measurements, which is almost 12 feet. Let's say that would be a thickness of the wall, which is counted into this distance. And on another side I have 2 measurements, which altogether will be 18 feet. We already know that height of the ceiling is 9 feet, and now we need to create a deepness of this room, and let's try to measure how deep is our room. At first I need to connect all 4 corners to the principal vanishing point. And before we will decide where our cutoff for the back wall, we will actually create a grid, so we will know exactly how many feet we want to go inside before we will put that back wall. We basically will have to create a square tiles on the floor, and each tile will be 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch, which is the same as 3 feet by 3 feet. And if you watched my previous video, you already know that we can do that only if we know where diagonals of each square go. And there is a mathematical, geometrical way to know exactly where this point should be. But we are not going to that deepness today. Only what I will tell you that this point has to be pretty far. That's why I put it on the horizon, almost on the end of the page. And we call this point diagonal vanishing point. Now I need to connect measurement points with the diagonal vanishing point. And as you see, I did not connect all the points, just couple. As a result, I will have an intersection with the receding lines from the measurement points, and now through those intersections I will draw lines parallel to the ground. And when I remove the ruler, you will see all the squares. It is pretty cool. We actually can see perspective. So what I have here, I have 5 squares. So our room is 5 squares deep. Each square is 3 feet. So we end up with the room 15 feet deep. It's a pretty good room. So it is 18 feet by 15 feet. And if we are satisfied with these measurements, we actually can draw a back wall. If you want your room to be shorter, you can just have less squares. Or if you want room to be bigger, we just need to add a couple more squares. I will not change anything. I will leave this room the way it is, so I'll have 15 feet deep. And now I am drawing the back wall. If we want to put in some furniture, we need to create more measurements that will go on a side wall, and it will help us to know how long is our furniture on the floor and how tall it is. But this will be subject for the future lesson. I think this is enough for today, even to learn how to create measurements. It's already good enough. I hope you'll make this exercise a few times, make some changes. Let's say move the principal vanishing point. You can try put it on the middle, you can try put it closer to the edge and see what happens, and see how your grid will change. I hope this material will help you with understanding what you're drawing when you draw rooms or any other perspective type drawing. This is all for today, and I hope you'll come back for more.